they of course had some reshoots and some ideas of things that, you know, how to execute the character differently and how to execute. I mean, that's the thing about mocap, man. Like, you have to kind of have a level of pool vision where you know how things are going to look once they're visualized in a simulated
So how did the rumor get started that that they were cutting their scenes from the movie?
There's been a lot of rumors that have, you know, fallen off the Star Wars set, which I hope that they nix on the next Star Wars movie, because it kind of personally has ruined it for me, knowing that people are going through these kind of experiences with this. I think that it should be
What do you mean, what kind of experiences?
I mean, think about it, man. I worked on it, and I didn't say shit to any of you, any of the people that would want to know any of this, because I don't want to ruin this fucking movie for anybody, dude. Because this movie is a relic, this movie is history, and people deserve to have a movie that has been ruined by a bunch of bullshit. And that's how I feel about all kind of media like that. Because ultimately, it's to that person's discretion to decide how they feel about it, and to have all this rumor and to have all this leaks and all these things before it doesn't make sense to me.
So you think that people were just making up this stuff about the character? What, I can't pronounce her name. I legit can't pronounce her name.
What, Maz?
Lupita Nyong'o?
Yeah.
Yeah, her. That's how you do it? Her.
Yeah,
they were starting a rumor that she was cut from the scene just out of boredom to, like, ruin it for people, is what you're trying to say.
I think that it was something probably maliciously released. I don't know, I'm speculating, but ultimately, I know that people don't have any right to start rumors about that based on the way that movies are shot and understanding how movies are shot.
J.J. Abrams himself said the only rumor more ridiculous than Jar Jar Binks being in Episode 7 was...
No, the only rumor more ridiculous than Jar Jar Binks being a Sith Lord is that Lupita Nyong'o's performance wasn't amazing. Because...
was cut from the film.
Yeah.
Was cut from the film.
Basically. It's just short-sightedness in terms of understanding, and I think that ultimately there's so many people on set on all these things, and I don't even know if you'll be able to release, honestly, this. I'll have to talk to you about this after it's released, but...
Well, it doesn't have to be released.
There's so many...
We've recorded a lot of stuff we're not going to release.
There's so many people that existed on that set, man, that all they had... I saw people while I was tracking stuff, like taking pictures and shit, you know what I mean? Like, in ways where I'm like, dude,
that looks bad.
No! Like, not at all. Can I tell you, Cass, that while I was tracking this fucking movie,
dude, I've seen stuff like that on set.
There was people doing
it's
shit
terrible.
where I was like, you've got to fucking kidding me! You don't know anything about this at all. You don't know what I have to do at all, dude. Like, you're literally functioning in a way where it's like so unconscious, you're like, what am I doing? Or like, I'm trying to calibrate a fucking scene, and people are like walking through the camera and doing all this shit where I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? You couldn't fucking like understand that what's happening right now is kind of crucial to what is about to occur in terms of having people fucking captured on a stage. It was image-based, man. It was not the kind of motion capture.
So did Lupita Nyong'o ever come into work?
Dude, yeah, man, she was in the suit. We were image-based capturing her for months.
Did you get to talk to her?
Absolutely not, dude. I only saw her on her computer screen.
Oh, you were in a different room.
No, I was doing the fucking processing. They were doing all of the capturing in their own studio at Bad Robot. And I was doing all of the... You would have to bleep all this out, dude, so I don't lose my job. But, honestly, man, you'd understand that this was under wraps so much that I understand why that rumor came out, because they had to do so many reshoots on this because they were developing this character and understanding, like, okay, how do we want this character to be?
And they didn't know what the fuck they were doing.
Well, they were putting it together, they were assembling it as they were shooting it, and they were like, well, we want to change things, and by the end, dude, it was, like, so different. I worked on so many different things. Some of it was captured on our stage, some of it was captured at Bad Robot stage, some of it was image-based, some of it was, optical, and we were experiencing it in such a way where we were seeing them develop this character and understand how they wanted to present this character, and the reshoots were not because Lupita's performance wasn't good. It was because they were understanding differently how they wanted to present this character. There was a lot of reshoots, man.
They thought they could probably do more with the data they were getting from you than they really could.
Well, that's the thing. We gave them so much information that they could have taken like one body performance and put face performance on it, and you know what I mean? Like
really, they can do that now.
Well, think about it. You can have your face data different from your body data, and you could access the face data in a way where you could just put it on whatever body data you wanted to, and you just have to time it differently. I imagine Disney and those people have ILM have animators that are able to do these things. You know, we're just giving them the very, very base product of this is keeping the character alive. This is what Lupita's performance actually was verbatim. Like, this is what she did. And that's what we give them, and then they enhance it. But overall, I think that ultimately people need to realize that just because something is reshot, especially even somebody on set, the fact that something's reshot and the idea that something is cut from a movie, I imagine there might be deleted scenes, you know.
What you doing now? You're breaking your NDA.
Podcasting.
What you doing?
What's the name of the character? We're gonna look up the photos.
No.
This is gonna be the album cover. This is gonna be the album cover on iTunes. Baz?
I talk to my friends about stuff. I assume that they know.
Nobody's gonna listen to